Balak, sure. Maybe Coops could potentially step up there. He's been a long while coming, but I liked the little rev of the engine in that last match towards the end. But he was allowed to unleash. Weirdly though, as well. Yeah, weirdly though, yeah, they are completely split right now. I feel like this is something that happens with Enigma Galaxy way too often, is that they just split 2 and 2 and they're opposite sides of the map.
You have to give these guys a little bit of credit right now. This is a horrendous rotation to be making. Everyone knows it's really difficult to play out here. This is a fairly central location in the circle. You leave 2 players behind to try and get looted up as much as possible. Enigma Galaxy, and then you just make this wild approach. If anything, this has worked out ridiculously well. They have 2 players.
Let's see. Let's see क्या होता है. एक और चीज करते हैं लक्ष्य तो गाइस तुम्हें चैट में तो मेरी आवाज आ रही है ना या नहीं आ रही है अभी भी नहीं आ रही है
See, amazing. No one's playing up to old mansion. No one cares about the Popka. Let's try and get ourselves as central as possible. Work our way.
Chat में आवाज आ रही है क्या?
Fights going through. Teams more focused on the wheel. 10 and 2 right now to get into this circle. Of the side.
Guys, आवाज आ रही है क्या? Hello.
Just about eking their way in. Looking to get to 40 though.
Good opener for them. Looking for more against the side.
चलो आगे.
Down 1 and 2.
अभी इसको थोड़ा कम करते हैं. Let's go guys. अबे लेकिन एक बार बताओ मेरे को जो अबे डॉग नॉक हुआ कहीं से आरू ने नॉक दिया वो भी भाई आरू ने डॉग को नॉक दिया तुम समझ रहे हो लाइक ठोकना दोस्तों इसने भी नहीं करा अभी तक डॉग फिनिश वाह ओजी वाले सीधा मारते भाई कह रहे तुम्हारी ऐसे के तैसे तुम हो गए इंटरनेशनल वाले साले हमने भी 6 दिन देखा है लेट्स गो गाइस 40 कितने बचे हैं 40 लास्ट बचा है ठीक है पलक भी फिनिश हो गया लास्ट है गाइस 40 का लाइक करो दोस्तों जिसने भी नहीं करा है फटाफट से लेट्स गो एंड सब्सक्राइब भी कर देना यार if नए हो तो भाई मैच सही चल रहा है कुछ भी को क्या लग रहा है गाइस किसका चिकन है इट्स टू अर्ली टू से बट स्टिल बताओ भाई निगमा वालों की तो मतलब ना किस्मत के ही कुछ लगे हुए हैं जैसे लग रहा है निगमा वालों के तो आज भाई मैं बोल रहा हूँ दिन के ही कुछ लगे हुए हैं उनके 40 चेज हो रहा है 40 चेज हो रहा है ओ आरू भाई, अरे आरू भाई औरोरा वाला से फाइट मत लो बे तुम कहाँ, लेकिन चलो ठीक है, मार तो अच्छी बात है, किल निकलना चाहिए। सारे एक तो वैसे ही वैशी हैं, 1 मैन 2 मैन में चिकन निकाल लेते हैं। खत्म, ऑल गेमर्स ने मार दिया, 40 खत्म। लेकिन ये ऑल गेमर्स में पुश आएगा पता है, अभी बहुत वल्नरेबल है, एकदम वल्नरेबल, ऊपर एकदम ओपन में बैठे हुए हैं। आ ही गया लगभग, गोट मार दिया राइट से, उधर देखो लेफ्ट से एक बार एक स्पॉट और आ ही रही है, कितना ही बचेंगे। वो बंदे तो फिनिश है उनका। अब ये रेफर्स ने गोट को नॉक किया फिर भाई, और उस वाले पता नहीं कहाँ से कुछ भी मार रहे, मतलब पता है आसपास नहीं है साले, लेकिन पता नहीं कहाँ से एंगल मिल गया, नॉक कर दिया। क्या कर भाई, हो पाएगा? ले गोट का, गोट सप्रेस हो गई ना उनको, ऑर्डर ने मार दिया ना, तो गोट सप्रेस हो गई काफी, तो चांस मिल गया ऑल गेमर्स को वर्क करने का। गाइस लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब कर देना यार, जो भी नया हो चैट में। लेकिन तो सही है सारे के सारे। क्या लग रहा है PMwc की ट्रॉफी आएगी इंडिया? ऑल फिंगर्स क्रॉस्ड। और अभी नीचे वाले वही छोटा वाले कंपाउंड थे। अबे ये क्या कर रहे हो, क्यों कर रहे हैं भाई ये? ओ भाई किस्मत बोलते हैं इसको, लिटरली इसको किस्मत बोलते हैं। जेन फॉर्स की भाई रिलोड नहीं आई होती ना, खत्म था ये बंदा। क्या बोलूं भाई, ये क्या किया है इसने, क्यों किया है? अच्छा कंपाउंड है, काफी अच्छा कंपाउंड है, खेलने के लिए अच्छा एरिया है। फटेगा, फटा, एक तो फटा, पीछे ही रहते होंगे, दूसरा भी गया। सेवा खत्म, नॉक फिनिश। गाइस लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब करना है यार, जो नया हो। अच्छा रिटायर्ड अच्छा किया भाई, वो तो खत्म था वहाँ पे कुछ। और ओरा के ऊपर एक टीम का स्लैम है, नीचे तो कुछ नहीं है वहाँ पे। कान ऑफ किया गई है, लेवल तो है गाइस, लेवल तो है। साइलेंस ये कितना बचे, कितना नहीं सोलो ही है ना वहाँ पे, सूर्या के बाकी 2 बंदे राइट में हैं, देखो ना ये एंगल्स कवर कर रहे होंगे, अकेला पकड़ लिया गया। भाई देख रहे हो स्टिल बंदे फिनिश करने नहीं जा रहे, मतलब तुम देख रहे हो इसे लेवल ऑफ गेम सेंस बोलते हैं कि बंदा सामने नॉक पड़ा है, स्टिल बंदा फिनिश करने नहीं गया, उसने मॉली से फिनिश किया, खाली इसलिए राइट को एंगल बना के ना बैठा होती है, वो फिनिश कर जाएगा, वो नॉक हो जाए। भाई ये इंटरनेशनल टीम्स का ना, तुम देखो ना, ये इंटरनेशनल टीम्स का लेवल है गेम सेंस का, मतलब लिटरली भाई वो बंदा 10 मीटर पे भी नहीं है, वो 10 मीटर भी दूर नहीं था भाई, स्टिल उस बंदे ने मॉली से फिनिश किया है, ना कि खुद जाके। अब तुम खुद समझो इस लेवल पे इंटरनेशनल टीम्स का गेम सेंस चलता है। हमारे वाले क्या करते हैं कि भाई सामने बंदा दिखा, गाड़ी रोको मारो, देख ही जाएगी। साथ में नॉक दिया भाई को, ये वजह से इतनी वजह से मत किया। आ गया अबे नहीं, ये वजह से दोनों को एक टॉप में दिया, एक राइट लेफ्ट से कैसे हुआ दोनों के, लेकिन इनको चले गई है क्या है? अभी 16 पॉइंट लेके बैठी है, ठीक है, वो भी अच्छा खेल रहा है कंपैरेटिवली।
for one, and actually X-Force Rejects going to slow Gaming Stars potentially from getting involved as a third party on the north side, taking one of their players out. Maniac is down. You've got Q and DRX on that north side as well, who have yet to fully regroup and make their way forwards. A lot of pressure is going to be felt by the positions on the coastline. This southwest side that we're on board with now does need to conclude, as Flash are rolling around the ridge lines but not quite able to find the opener. They only have 3 players, and RRQ are waiting. They are Bows are running in alongside with a blue. I mean, respect XDC.
अरे यार नेक्स्ट का इशू आ रहा है पता नहीं बारिश है ना ओजी कहाँ से आ गया आतंकी को आतंकी कहाँ से मौत हो गया भाई अबे यार ओए
Orangutan trying to move parallel to Flash. AGAL as well, but nobody's looking happy as everybody's losing players. 2 players on the back line. Maybe Reservoir if they're quick about it. Flower looking to pull a player back to his feet. They should just be able to tear this one through. RRQ don't get to the first because they are slamming straight into the south flank. RQ, yeah, you're right, they are absolutely rinsing squads at the moment with good shots through the smoke. Well, don't take down Fire to start things off. Hoxie also took an unfortunate knock and will be flushed out because of it. Wizard looking to stay alive, but it's just down to Aru now. Molotov off towards the right-hand side. It's not quite on target. Immediately, Aru's going to swing round. Lepar has to win this. We'll find Aru. And RQ lives to see another day, but with just one player to do it.
यार गलत हो गया भाई बहुत ज़्यादा ही थर्ड पार्टी आ गई भाई यहाँ पे लगातार प्लेयर्स आए ही जा रहे बस आए ही जा रहे थे नहीं बे और अभी 3 मैन जिंदा है आराम से 4 किल के साथ और रीफर्स के आगे कंपाउंड खाली है अगर वो ले पाता है तो देख लो
more dangerous for Lepar in the next 20 seconds. Hell, you know what? I think the Galaxy could go all the way on this one. And it really could be a Galaxy big brain move on the early game to go for that rotate so early away from the rest of the lads of Chicky. I like the fact that they didn't feel dismayed after that first game. Watching Satan with his head on the pillow was pretty crushing for me, honestly, because I know how that must have felt. I can try and understand it. But for them to come out with this kind of maneuver in Game 3, love it. I really do love it. And if it pays off, that will give them some great confidence into the future. Or maybe it could be a false positive, you know, like this. It's so difficult to call things like that. Aurora suffering heavily. They are still 3 players alive, and all 3 are in the zone, but they're under a lot of pressure. This is Lepar actually doing the damage. All smokes around it to try and keep his teammates safe, and I think they're going to get this res. Gaming Stars under pressure as the Kawum DRX managed to move into position, but look at the step up, beating extra buff, and it might just be going south for the Koreans. TRE just has to stare from behind the tree. Spinning balls down on location, 2 players now, and the north side getting dismantled. Gaming Stars holding strong.
Nice shot,
TRE still alive here. Next day might be on target. Followed by the side of KRX, he's down. Gaming Stars right now looking awesome, but are now down to just 2. All for weather the storm, but man, they would have loved to have more players up there. And it was very livable down towards that south side. I think they wanted to keep tabs on that northern edge, though. It is just really good shots from Gaming Stars to 1-2 punch both Kelsey and Aaron. Again, potentially there's a moment there where one of the players should have just dropped back.
इस पे एरिया नहीं है गाइस खेलने के लिए जो भी नया आ रहा है यार लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब करना भाई प्लीज
Next circle comes through, they Galaxy have to move.
वो देखो सेटिंग को देखो कहां पड़ा हुआ है पानी
right now. Aurora look to back it out slightly. It's just sitting ahead of them from the top.
Aurora को खाली आरआरक्यू करना वो लास्ट वाला बंदा मारना है वो जोन में है अभी भी
They are the only team with 4 players alive. looks like yeah, they're going to step in. He's waiting for the right time. Okay, yeah, they're
Let's see,
recalculating, recalibrating, and they're going to try and move forwards. You imagine that they're going to be trying to pop smokes potentially over towards Goat's direction
vehicle
and down the hill. They're covering their rotate.
हाँ तो उसको कोई देख नहीं रहा अभी जोन में भी थोड़ी देर तक बैठा रहेगा ऐसे
sitting directly underneath, not going to cause any problems. One vehicle does move up, gets into position, some damage sent
तो
through.
ऊपर वो 1 मिनट मार दे
If one of them takes a heavy hit and drops down to try and preserve the health bar, it could be that Sensing's just going to wait and take those shots. He's still in the zone and he hasn't made a move for a long time.
भाई जोन में तो है बट अगले जोन में नहीं रहेगा ना उसके बाद तो निकलना ही है
Ralph is very they know roughly where they're coming from now, and Ralph opted to stay behind just in case, but his approach is very difficult to get on his belly and snake his
क्या लग रहा है
way
गाइस किसका चिकन है
Smoke's gonna have to be used here to get him up into position.
गोट पे भी कंपाउंड है बट गोट के साथ भी जोन जाएगा
For Goat, these buildings are crucial.
एनजेक्स पे तो आना नहीं एनजेक्स पे है टाइमिंग एनजेक्स पे एरिया है खेलने के लिए और ओरा पे भी थोड़ा बहुत एरिया है खेलने के लिए वो आरआरक्यू वाला बंदा उंगली करेगा इनको पता है 3 मीटर जोन में जाना हो तो पहुंच जाएंगे राइट में गोट पे बैठी हुई है ना अबे यही आरआरक्यू का जो बंदा है ना इस पे है जोन थोड़ा सा खेलने भर का और ओरा खेलने का जोन तो उसके बाद का एक है गाइस लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब कर दो यार जिसने भी नहीं करा डबल टैप करके अबे गाड़ी थी इन पे ये कहां से आई थोड़ा सा एरिया तो है खेलने वाले का इनके पास लेकिन थोड़ा ही है वो कितनी देर चलेगा ना वो नहीं पता क्या लग रहा है गाइस एनजेक्स पे काफ़ी सही एरिया है एनजेक्स को देखा जाए तो भाई एज लेके बैठे हैं अगर इस साइड जोन कट गया ना तो सबको ओपन से आना है समझ लो एक तरीके से अगर एनजेक्स के तरफ जोन कट गया ना सबको जोन में ओपन से आना है पूरा ओपन है फिर उनको आइडिया तो है यहाँ पे बंदों का नेट आ रहे हैं यहाँ पे पेड़ पे करते हैं उनको लगा पेड़ पे रेट है बट पेड़ पे तो कोई नहीं है भाई सारी लगभग टीम्स एच पर है देखो ना और एच पर है और ये गेम स्टार्स एच पर है तो भाई गोट एच पर है सोहन भाई बहुत ओए निग्मा गैलेक्सी का चिकन है गाइस निग्मा गैलेक्सी का चिकन है इजी ये देखो बोला ना आराकी को बंदा उंगली करेगा इनको वही करा नेट अगर है तो फिनिश भी कर सकता है किसी का नंबर क्या नहीं मिल रहा है चलो एक नॉक दूसरा ही बचा है बहुत देर तक नहीं बचेगा अबे यार ये तो सुसाइड क्यों कर रहे भाई तुम लोग पहला है चिकन निकाला दूसरा सुसाइड करने आ गया देख रहे हो कोई मतलब नहीं था भाई ऐसा ओपन से आने का इससे तो राइट वाले बंदे को कुछ करके मार सकते थे ये दोनों तो उस पर भी नहीं है भाई सच में 8 टीमें अलाइव हैं सोचो अभी भी 8 टीमें अलाइव हैं रीफस तो नहीं आ पा रहा जोन में यार क्यों मर गई चलो 2 पॉइंट और मिल जाएंगे पोजीशन के चलो 3 मिल गए अबे टीटी वाला बंदा भी जोन में है ना ओ बैंडी सोचो रीफस भी गया क्या लग रहा है गाइस गोट पे काफ़ी अच्छा एरिया है और निग्मा गैलेक्सी पे गोट पर नहीं है घंटा गोट को निकलना है आगे निग्मा गैलेक्सी पे एरिया है काफ़ी सही खेलने के लिए यूएलएफ भी एच पे बची है इनको भी आगे जाना पड़ेगा निगमा का चिकन है गाइस, इजी चिकन। सोचो जोन पानी की तरफ आ जाए। ओए भाई ये अभी भी जोन में सिटिंग। अबे यार क्या किस्मत है भाई इसकी, क्या किस्मत है भाई। देख लो लिटरली भाई अभी जोन में ही है, तुम सोचो। भाई गोट का कंपाउंड भी है जोन में ना, सोचो तोड़ सकता है भाई। प्यारा नेट था लेकिन इस पर मिनट नहीं बचा। नहीं नहीं लगी। बहुत पीछे फेंक रहा है, फटा खत्म। गोट आ रही है क्या? क्या गोट आएगी? आ तो रही है। थ्री में है क्या भाई? 4v3v1 है। चलो देखते हैं गाइस। लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब टोको फटाफट से दोनों जो भी लोग चैट में यार फटाफट से। चैट क्यों नहीं करते यार, ये नहीं समझ नहीं आ रहा। फटा एक तो फटा। ओ भाई इससे नहीं फटा। इंटेंस है गाइस, इंटेंस है, इंटेंस फाइट है। बट भाई पता है तुम्हें क्या करा, गोट ने सेंटर ले लिया है, अब जोन उधर से कटेगा। अभी सोचे एनजीएस फोन का बोला बंदा मार गया। तो नॉक दे दिया। नहीं 2v2। भाई अबे हक दिया भाई एनजेक्स ने। एनजेक्स ने बहुत गंदी फाइट हक दी। लॉल भाई गंदी हकी है एनजेक्स ने फाइट, पता है बहुत गंदी फाइट होती है भाई, इतना भी नहीं हकना था।
Pmwc just three completely out in the open. Coops had complete broadside, and they were only able to find one.
Again, we can't take away from the fact that it was a pretty incredible rotation from Enigma Galaxy early on in the game. I was very excited to see them win that. I'm glad that GOAT took the opportunity when they did, because again, that's what we were talking about during the game, is that during that push up there, GOAT's got to do something. We pan back, they're setting up the smoke train, really nice stuff, and then they pull the trigger on it. Foopsman plays off the back of the building top. Lovely stuff, really, really good stuff. Anyway, Enigma Galaxy get themselves second place, but it's GOAT who takes it all. Let's head back over to 7.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pmwc at EWC 26. My name is the 7WG, and I'm joined by none other than one of the GOATs. The GOATs of PUBG Mobile Esports, Scout. Scout, how are you enjoying Paris so far?
It's lovely, to be honest. I think it's my second time here, and I'm pretty much loving it. Again, watching PUBG Mobile Esports at international stage, nothing gets better than this.
Does this make you want to come back? Because I know you're currently wanting to, right?
Yeah, 100%. Would love to be back on the stage, competing.
Hey, maybe next year we'll see you playing here. That'll be amazing to see. How are you enjoying so far what you're seeing out of PUBG Mobile Esports? How it has progressed through the years as well?
I think the new players are pretty skilled, and they have pushed the skill ceiling so high that we, being the veterans, we need to catch up with them, honestly. But yeah, we did it back in the days, we can do it again.
How about any words of encouragement for the Indian players here?
I think it's a long cut off from the international circuit from a long period of time. So I guess, yeah, they will get back. I think OG is the only team that has come second time in the international circuit. So it's a good experience for them. And I think, looking at the team right now, they're taking fights, looking pretty confident. So yeah, hope
Guys, our GOAT is here, you know. Guys, our GOAT is here, guys. तुम लोग लाइक शायद नहीं कर रहे हो दोस्तों, क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो? गाइस जब खा लो तो उसकी आवाज़ के लिए माफ़ी देना थोड़ी सी एंड जो भी नया रहा लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब ठोक दो लेट्स गो द गोट टीम अबे सिर्फ 11 सब्सक्राइबर्स चाहिए यार 400 तो करवा दो आज लाइक फॉर 400 सब्सक्राइबर्स गाइस टारगेट फॉर सॉरी हो जाती गलती यार बे यार इस टीम का मेरे को वो तो देखना नहीं है अरे ये कंटेंट मतलब फालतू में
that's the scary part with the team of Alt, because we know that they can usually end up showing up when we go to the final group stages, and especially if they make it through, whether it's survival or whether they're straight to the finals, depending on where they end up here in Group A. Another team that has been able to be consistent and is currently in second place is none other than Aurora. Aurora has been able to put up those numbers, Max. It's a team that it's usually a bit of hit and miss, right? For that squad, we can either see a pop-up performance and just absolutely destroying the lobby, or just on the bottom. Right now, we're seeing a different Aurora that we actually haven't seen before.
It's working out. It's not the confident Aurora. They've got like 4 players just steamrolling the entire lobby. So you know what? People are going to say I keep hating on Aurora. And I like the players, right? But
Apparently so, sometimes.
It's just posing on their
Side here, SMH.
I think that they can do a lot more than in these games. I feel like they are able to capitalize on positions because teams do slight mistakes, or maybe not as aggressive as they should be. I have yet to see the Aurora that I know can win championships. They're still day one, so there's still a lot more time to get after the Aurora have so much more to offer.
They're currently putting up good numbers in regards to eliminations too, even though it's not a pop-off performance. 5 elims, nothing to be mad about.
I mean, exactly. This is what I was saying earlier as well. As this is the kind of thing you want to see. Personally, I want to see from a day one Group A, something like that, right? That's what I want to see. Is a team going. We just want to put 5, 6, 7 consistent points per game. That's all you need for group stage. You've got a very small threshold to get going in. So that's exactly what I want to see from them.
That's what I want to see out of them as well. One team that I want to see them step up here in the second half is going to be none other than Fortnite. They have slowed down since the first match. Big slowdown for that squad. They do have the best loyal gamers, or as I like to call them, the BLG squad. So we would like to see them being able to step it up. But I know Kalaris has been running around and getting some interviews with the coaches.
Mike Kalaris here on day number 1 for half-time, and with Fates out here for PK, who got themselves that winning game at number 1. So first and foremost, let's talk about game number 1 and how you guys looked at the game, what your threats were. I thought you playground in the north. What's it from your perspective?
Yeah, so for the first game, literally like we changed the way how we play Ordo since like the last 2 tournaments, and we wanted like to try something new, rather like then go and take some before they like the other team. So we wanted like to play more from position and control like a good position, and this is what we did. And at the end, we got the result that we want.
Were you concerned about 4 tribes at all from the west side? Because they could have maybe tried to go north, but they decided not to in the end. Were you concerned?
Yes, but I was listening to the communication of the team, and I understand that the team was calculating the risk and the priority every time, so they keep switching like the splits, depend the risk. So whenever like we see that 40 are trying like to be aggressive on us, we change to 1-3, and whenever we see that they are going back, we go to our that side.
I love it. Awesome insight, awesome insight. So 3 games down so far here today. What's your overall outlook for how it's gone here for GK?
As I told you before, like we have like different play styles. So in the second game, if you notice, we changed our play style since like the first game and Rondo, because we don't do it like we tried not to control the edge or something. And in the second game, we did some mistakes that we need like to improve for the first like for the next like 3 games. And I think like now we understand how we need like to play the last 3 games, because the idea of the middle of the lobby is more like clear for us right now.
Thank you very much, Fates, for joining me here. Good luck in the next 3 games.
And here we go. The first 3 matches of the group of death are now in the books. Now to reach that second half. I'm Hot Jukes, and next to me I got my man Jackie. Big shout out to, of course, Johnny Blank leading the charge there the first 3 matches. Well, you know what? It's our turn to take over the fight.
Yeah, they've let us in. We've got upstairs. We've got in position. We've got the overlook of the stage, the exciting arena, the plays that have been made already to get us hyped up, Jukes. And honestly, having the best is yet to come for day 1. Let's get it going.
We are here in Paris, France. I love to say that the love is in the air. But while we were walking backstage, I didn't feel very much love. I'll tell you that right now, because these guys are intense. I can hear the players talking to the coaches, figuring out what did we do wrong, how are we going to correct it. They got to start making those corrections right here, right now, as we get into the final air kill of the day.
Yeah, man, it's going to be intense out there, Jukes. You're
क्या हुआ? किसके साथ हुआ? Hagar. All game is out the way. मेरे को लगा ओजी तो नहीं हो गया भाई, मेरी फट गई थी देख के, मेरे को लगा ओजी से ना हो गया। बॉयज आवाज आ रही है क्या स्ट्रीम पे? बॉयज आवाज आ रही है क्या स्ट्रीम पे? बॉयज आवाज आ रही है क्या स्ट्रीम पे? या इट्स कमिंग ओके। चलो इट्स टाइम थोड़ा कमांड करें। लक्षित आवाज आ रही है? हेलो क्या? अरे जस्ट आया।
क्या सीन है?
couple players we're still getting things going here. You can see Alula Club lining the coastline with a super safe
क्या
play.
सीखा मतलब अच्छा रोटेशन का पूछ रहा है सारे
This one staying a very safe area. Mafi boding well for their timeline that's yet to come. Bit of a cut over as well. We can see what the setup is here. KRX caught a whiff of the back line. Few shots. The info goes both ways.
Huge escape. Put some shots downrange and say, hey, stay away. You know, we'll fight a little bit later as we get into those later stages. But this position has been taken. Next zone does pop.
क्या लग रहा है किसका चिकन
Dead center. Definitely out of play at this point. We are going to go to that northern island to see Aurora down south. Going to have to make that bridge cross. And on the other bridge, we got AGAL and EK going to have to make that late rotate.
Yeah, a lot of water in play here as well. So like you say, 4 drives to potentially be able to build off the back of this one on this slightly delayed rotation over the bridge. Could get a bit messy as this develops.
Now teams just trying to put themselves into a solid position. Wolf are going to be looking for one here. A lot of open fields in this northern spot. Maybe they're going to be hoping that for a northern shift. But for right now, 4th drive, are going to be holding this hillside. That is the dominant position in this zone. Judia just wants to take the warehouse. Still a great spot as well. And we'll see just how this decides to play out in the next couple minutes.
हेलो आवाज आ रही है
Can run it straight back as well. The performance he's had today as an individual, absolutely out there hulking out.
आ रही है
Some of the
आवाज तो आ रही
connections
है
he's had have been brutal scenes. So
आ रही है
once again, Reed from the distance. He's got an idea of the 2 squads that are in close proximity.
रुक देखा नहीं जोन बता रहा हूँ
Position in this zone. Judia just forced to take the warehouse. AGAL and EK gonna have to make that late rotate.
और हो रहा इधर तो खाली है
A lot of water in play here as well. So like you say, for 4 drives to potentially be able to build off the back of this one on that slightly delayed rotation.
40 के लिए 40 है कहाँ पे
Messy as this develops.
Those vehicles gonna make it very difficult.
यहाँ अपन रुकते हैं ना सही जगह है भाई
And I'm surprised we're seeing Thundertalk take that.
गाइस जो भी ना हो चैट में यार लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब कर देना
Open air, maybe, yeah, they just got busted out on rotate. That's tough.
Might work out all right for the delay.
पूरा ऊपर है भाई सीधा सीधा ऊपर का जोन है
Hovercraft in the distance, jet ski up. Hey, that's a summer camp play.
There you go. He's gonna be headed straight to that hovercraft. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I guess EK just
आवाज आ रही है ना तेरे को
They're like, you know what? Let's just try to cross the water here.
यप आ रही है
Meanwhile, Aurora gonna hold on to this bridge, so they're gonna be just edging through that circle little by little. It's a little bit of action though in that elimination field. I believe that was Orangutan getting well. Aurora
रिजेक्ट
it's a little bit of action though in that elimination field. I believe that was Orangutan getting some shots down range.
अरे पता है
Even with the hovercraft in play here, it's the back line over towards the bridge side.
और वाले तो ब्रिज होल्ड के बैठ गए हैं
Aurora. They won't play their card yet though, trying to catch you if you do go for the wrap over. Bit of a stagger there, Duke. Start to dump the magazines off the back
निकल
of it.
जाएगी बहुत ज़्यादा HP है सारा
This just
इसमें
goes to show you the level these guys are playing at. Just the tiniest
Potato.
mistake, just punish. Ragnarok, you know, still has that hovercraft.
कह रहा हूँ
there, but a
कटे
lot of
तो
damage went into it.
कटने देगा
That's pretty much the meta at this point. Like, you see a hovercraft, shoot hovercraft mistake.
दिखाया नहीं इसमें से
Look at that, Duke. Start to dump the magazines off the back of it.
Just goes to show you the level these guys are playing at. Just the tiniest
नहीं
mistake,
दिखाया
just
मुझे
punish.
दिखाया ही नहीं
Ragnarok,
सर्कल
you know, still
जोन
has
इस
that
पर ही है
hovercraft there,
बस
but a lot of
इतना
damage
दिख रहा
went
है
into it. That's pretty much the meta
ब्रिज
at
पर
this
है
point. You
अभी
see a
भी
hovercraft, shoot hovercraft. Just try to take it out as soon as possible. Oh. AGAL.
हाँ CRDW से
Very close here to 4th drive.
40 का पुश हो गया रुको रुको रुको
Set up on the bridge as well with the hovercraft. DK pull the plug on it, back off towards main Signalka there and get a bit of looting on by the base. That is where not
अरे जोन दिखाएं तो जोन ही नहीं दिखा रहे भाई
pick onto him there.
दिखाया
If they're a bit
भाई और ओरा पे अच्छी पोजी है खेलने के लिए
like you say, Aurora do complete their rotate over, find a little bit of hard cover to get set up with a relatively acceptable split from them thus
OG
far.
zone के बाहर है
Fury
अभी
is still
OG देख रहा है
hunkered
कहाँ
down, just listening out
उनकी साइड से
before
रोटेट कर
Frides,
रहा है
just commanding a bit of respect from their setup. Getting
एक
good
स्क्वाड
damage
मिलेगी
done,
OG
disarming some of the
एक
vehicles as
स्क्वाड
well to
मिलेगी
make any
इनको
escape plays far harder, Jukes. So strategic, if quiet, from them.
Yeah, I mean, it's a smart play. These
देखते
guys
हैं
are in 4th place right now, 25 points on the board. Just get a good central position and just reach that end game. So they're hunkered down in the main coverage of these buildings, but those buildings
जहाँ
are
से
a little
निकल
bit
रहे हैं
weak to that
सामने तो भाई
hillside.
फ्यूरिया
But
यूएलएफ
for
भी
now,
जा रही है
nobody's going to be making that push, because if you do, that's instant third-party
यूएलएफ
city.
मुड़ गई चलो कम से कम
So good decision for these teams just to kind of just wait things out. All right, let's just kind of
सामने
move
देखो
little by
शैक
little,
पे
inch by inch, and
आज
then
ये
let the zone
उसका
decide when this
आज
fight's
ऐसी
gonna
का एक
start.
बंदा बैठा हुआ है
And we love to party as much as the next person, Jukes, but a third party just don't hit the same, does it?
It does not.
यहाँ से भी खेल
It does
सकते हैं
not. Choose
खेल
a
यहाँ से
party,
भी सकते हैं
choose a
थोड़ी
crowd.
देर
And right now you're going to see Aaron get shot out of the
नाइस
vehicle there. Nice shots there from Aru. Catch in big trouble.
अबे
and
आतंकी पाजी नॉक फिनिश हो गए तुरंत बे
drive-bys, putting in work.
Yeah, the Bithun game's ballistic already as the damage is being done.
अरे
Leading
फिनिश
out
नहीं करो
from
पहले बंदे
Gangster as he lights
उतर
them
गए
up. Scarlett
उतर
in
गए
the back
उतर
though
गए
lets it rip, and that's the first knockback over. Looking to reset from this as
पीछे से
well.
एनजीएक्स आ तो
Two
रही है
knocks
बट इनको
on the
किल नहीं
side of
मिलेंगे
Wolf. They
देखना
got space and limited cover with the vehicles. Scarface's nade on point for the reply though, and it is getting a bit
निकलो हो गया यहाँ से अबे यार
And
भाग
Gaming Stars with the third
ये टॉप भी
party
नॉक हुआ
punishing it. And I
एनजीएक्स
think
आ गई थी
Orangutan
ना
had to really commit to that just a
जियोल
little
ने
bit
किया
quicker.
जियोल ने
But
खत्म
then you
किया
got Enigma Galaxy on the other side. This is what I'm talking about. You try to take that fight a little too
प्यारा
early, and you're gonna get punished as Ragnarok gets naded, and Aurora Gaming are pushing into the zone.
Okay, Doc up close as well.
किल
Couldn't
चला
get
गया
this
इनका
one. Let's see if the shrapnel will be able to blow him away.
अभी नॉक नहीं हुआ
How on earth has he been able to prevent damage from that divine
ठीक है
intervention?
किल
But
अलग
still
चला गया
slain
बेचारा
with
होगा
the same result at the end. So Aurora taking away space, locking down
भाई
their
इनके साथ
safe
जो
area for
एफ हुआ
now.
ना ओजी
Meanwhile,
के
Goat
साथ
lose their last representative as Moxie is out.
Next zone just popped.
नहीं बे वहाँ गलती जानते कर रही हूँ उनके दो बंदे आ रहे हैं किल फिनिश करने के चक्कर में लगे हुए
Hitting the edge of that circle there, so pretty big hardship, especially for a team like RRQ that was sitting over
पीछे
there
से
very
उनकी भी
near.
तो
They're gonna have a
भाई
tough
देख
one
ना
to
उनके
get
दो
to this
बंदे
next
आए
zone.
बंदे जिस अपना किल फिनिश करने पे लगे हुए हैं
Let's see how things start to play out. Those squads that are holding a great position
अभी है
so
ओजी
far.
ने
You
फाइट
got
क्लीन
4
फाइट थी
drives,
भाई
sitting pretty. AGAL, Furia, pretty much everybody else is gonna have to move on in as Maniac gets knocked to Alula.
Yeah, Maniac not dancing on this one. No smooth moves on the dance floor as Alula start to build off
लक्ष्य
the
साथ
back
में
of
खेल
it
रहे
and
हैं
see if there's anyone else they need to remove from the equation as they
ये
do flush
कॉम्पी
through onto him.
मतलब यही लोटस
There we go. Now we're starting to see that elimination feed light up.
तुम लोग बताओ
Enigma Galaxy, hey, putting in some work here. 5 eliminations to start things off. The most in this lobby so far. So they're cranking up the heat, getting some points on the board. Definitely needed.
औरोरा फर्स्ट पे आ गई
Claws
देख
has eyes on Satan though, and Satan, woo! Hitting that U-turn
हाँ भाई
real quick.
Handbrake on that one, Jukes. He's burnt the clutch, but the
इस बार
damage is
डॉग भाई की
still being
स्ट्रेटजी
done.
चेंज
And
इस बार
Yusuf
कह रहे
was
हैं
tucked
कम
into
बैक
the
नहीं
back
होगा
for so long.
इस बार सेट बैक नहीं होगा ओ भाई बहुत प्यारा उतारा
Headshot into the back. That's another one down.
बहुत ज़्यादा प्यारा उतारा भाई इसमें ये वाला
There, Yusuf in the blue zone. He knows he's probably going to go out here, but
क्या?
he's able to get 2 clutch points, especially if he gets this confirmation onto Claws.
उनके सारे बंदे उसी डिवाइस पे खेल रहे हैं ना
They can get nice shots with that Scar. Red dot, unfortunately getting taken out there by Quick.
चलो
It was swift as well. Lives up to the name on the response from the org as he hits there.
अबे बाहर के सारे गेम से चलते हैं उनका कस्टमाइज है हमारे वाले कह चुके हैं कि हमें आईफोन ही चाहिए डॉक नॉक हुआ
It starts to
चल
unfold.
चल 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 जोल दिया जोल दिया जोल दिया
We can see Aurora continuing on their warpath. Doc's down right now.
आ गई नहीं निकल गए एक ही बार
Try to cut their losses as well and get out of there.
जोल ने वो फिनिश किया अपना चलो
Tuck in at least.
अबे उनका एक वहाँ भी पड़ा है वो भी नॉक करो
God, his jet boss barely made it to that shack there. That Marauder was on fire.
51 सेकंड में जोन है लेकिन जोन कहाँ जाएंगे ये
Onto Doc. So Aurora pushing up from
गाड़ी नहीं
military,
है इन पे
working their way little by little. They got 5 eliminations here. This is honestly where they work.
गाइस जो भी नया स्ट्रीम पे लगे सब्सक्राइब कर देना यार
Gun
लेट्स
skill
गो
had the only solution to push into this next circle. Oh, there's about that one vehicle. Good for them. Okay, great. So they at least zone is starting to close. 20 seconds left on the clock.
क्या लग रहा है किसका चिकन है? ऑरोरा अभी भी 3 मैन अलाइव है, KRX 4 मैन है, जियोल KRX को भी पेल दिया वो देखो ऊपर. नहीं कटेगा, राइट की तरफ जाएगा, एफएल की तरफ जाएगा जोन. ले अबे रीफस को भी ना चुनने हैं भाई. माँ के पता नहीं क्या ऊपर गया था, आराम से होल्ड कर लेता नीचे यार. अब बोल रहा है डॉग की साला खेलो, अब पोजीशन भी लेगी, अब किल पे खेलो, हो गई पोजीशन. डॉग बॉय नॉक, डॉग बॉय फिनिश, खत्म हो गए वे. गलती नॉक फिनिश होगा. चलो कोई ना, स्टिल भाई 6 पॉइंट तो लेके गए हैं. देखना है अभी KRX जोन में कैसे आएगी. जहाँ से जाएंगे वहीं से मारेंगे. ऑक्सी लग गई फर्स्ट एड. वो तो दिख रही है बट देखते हैं मामला. नेट नहीं है क्या? फोर्टी में भी थोड़ा बहुत एरिया है खेलने भर का, ज़्यादा नहीं बट थोड़ा सा है. 40 चाहे तो KRX मार सकती है. साला दोनों स्क्वाड मिलके एक ही पे वो कर रहे हैं. एक बंदे में नीड मार रहे हैं. एक KRX निकल जाएगी उससे पहले. फेस हो गया तो बात है, फेस बग्गी. ये भी शॉट ले ले भाई. ऐसे अबे ऑल गेमर्स मार दी क्या 40 ने? 2 नॉक पड़े हैं भाई उनके. एक तो नॉक निकालो, कम से कम निकालो.
already dropping 2 players. Flower H has been popping off. But what can you do? Man versus machine as the hovercraft is in their face. Godlike looking to assist with the nameplates once again as they're getting blown down. Backline's good. Maple removed. And that's how you wave goodbye.
What a play from Four Thrives, not hesitating, saying, you know what, we need to take this hill, let's take this fight, and they get it done. So 5 eliminations for them. They move up to 3rd place, but Furia applying so much pressure. They know if we're going to take him out, this is the time to do so.
अब इनके पास निकलने का ऑप्शन नहीं है. अभी लेकिन जोन है भैया उनके आगे में, जब भी इनके पास है.
4-5 certainly living up to the name, Jukes. They've been thriving in the lobby as individuals, but as a unit as well.
एक शॉट के अंदर ही बैठे हैं.
The crowd is going crazy here. We can hear the 4 Thrive chants happening just right behind us. Let's see if they can make everybody proud here and make a pretty much of a miracle play. These guys have no coverage. They're going to have to run in the wide open. Their best shot, honestly, is going to be if 2 other teams in the circle.
भाई एफएल का एक बंदा देखो कहाँ पर है. चलो मैं कहाँ बैठा के रखा हुआ है.
Though, this is going to be a very, very difficult time for them.
The mechanical prowess would have to be on point, bro. And like you say, maybe they can smell blood in the water, set themselves up for something special here. Bit of a scout with the 2-2 split, keeping their eyes open for info. Flash taking pot shots onto Furia as well, huddling together for any hope of cover.
मामला तो है. फ्लैश चढ़ गई फ्यूरिया के 2 बंदों पे।
Making that big push. Furia trying to make a play from the shack here. Bose trying to get the heal off, and now Tops with the shotgun should be able to get it done here.
वो थंडरडॉग एलिमिनेट हो गई भाई।
Punish Furia.
Just like that, the flash in the pan is put out.
NGX
As they clean up. See you later, Furia, but the response back on. Shots coming towards them. 4-5's advancing up as well.
और फोर्टी को पूरा टाइम मिल गया नीचे आने का।
Effectively, Jukes.
This is the perfect scenario for Four Thrives. Literally, this is the only way they move up.
फोर्टी को बहुत टाइम मिल गया भाई प्ले बनाने के लिए अपना।
And now Four Thrives have a beautiful open angle to this side of the map. They got a good couple of hay bales to work with. Gotta watch out though, because I see Raouf there with that MG3. That's the weapon to have here in this situation.
Oh yeah, he's going to be Raoufless. Absolutely giving it with a heavy
क्या NGX इस बार निकालेगी चिकन या भागेगी इस बार भी।
So 4-5's want to play this smart. They need to be decisive with the attacks. Right now tucked in, looking for that window of opportunity. Scouting jump spot from Lord, just trying to get a read.
फ्यूरिया पे भी अच्छी जगह है, FL पे भी अच्छी जगह है खेलने के लिए।
Flash just holding in the open. Look at that Tops with the welding gun there, repairing those vehicles just in case.
40 पे भी थोड़ा बहुत एरिया है, NGX पे भी है।
Car wall, makeshift coverage here. No terraforming here in Erangel. Gotta use what you got. Now, I think Big Galaxy definitely learned their lesson after that last game. Look at them, just single tapping, making sure they conserve onto all that ammunition because they could have definitely won that last one, but just did not have it in the bag.
Every bullet worth its weight in gold right now. Little bit of a
पड़ी इनको पड़ी। खुज़ैफा जो है ना पीछे उसको आने के लिए बहुत वो चाहिए। ओपन में बहुत मुश्किल है।
It's a good split to at least have hard cover if they go for this rotation through the open. Furia starting to get some of the same medicine sent their way. You can't hold the wide peak anymore.
क्या लग रहा है इस चैट में बताओ कौन जीत रहा है किसका चिकन है। ओए टैप
Nice shots there, catches them underneath the buggy. And yeah, he's 100% getting thirsted here.
That's filthy. It was the angle he was playing for so long, forced off it, goes back.
अबे किल्स उसने उठा लिया FL ने।
Stolen over by Flash.
देख रहे लक्षित।
See that one and rip an extra point away from Furia. The play itself was nice, but amounts to naught. Paris getting excited tonight as well. Day one, Jukes, and already it's starting to get a bit of energy in the building. Let's hear it.
Let's get it going, baby. Here we go. Oh, look at that. These guys are
40 पे बताओ एरिया है खेलने के लिए।
Enigma Galaxy is going to try and do their best to stop Four Thrives in this situation. Four Thrives looking very, very set up. Team Flash are going to have that edge side for now, but with Tops getting knocked here, that's going to make things very difficult for them.
क्या लक्ष्य किसका चिकन है?
Look at this. Enigma Galaxy inching up
Flash.
little by little, using their utility, using that vehicle. Here come the nades now, trying to throw a red zone on the Four Thrives. Four Thrives in big trouble. Here come all the nades. Lord gets the knock on the high suffer. You got Balak now.
Red zone बना दिया भाई
little by
उन्होंने।
little, IQ in the back line. Now jumping in the buggy, trying to move out into safety here, but Enigma Galaxy keep applying the pressure.
That's over 11 nades thrown, one after another, bombarding down, like you say, the mini red zone forming, keeping it uncomfortable for 4-5s, and Coops assists with a big pick to leave them in a risky position. Response back over. Ralph getting hit from the side as well as Flash see their opportunity to try and steal points. The 4-5s cannot survive, they go down.
And Enigma Galaxy continue to
themselves
up these leaderboards. 12 eliminations for them. Now you got Team Flash and Furia to deal with.
पगलाया हुआ है क्या?
Okay. No ammunition. Stuck shooting the DBS.
सही तो है।
From long range. I don't know what he's gonna do with that.
It's ambitious, but I respect it.
देखा वही तो। अरे ZS नॉक हो गया। गलत जगह पे नॉक हो गया। कोई टीम सर्कल में नहीं है। कोई भी टीम सर्कल में नहीं है, देख रहे हो? कोई भी टीम सर्कल में नहीं है। फ्यूरिया का एक बंदा आ गया सर्कल में वैसे। अब जिसके पास गाड़ियां हैं वही शेर है। अबे emergency cover मंगाओ भाई,
Whether
emergency
it had,
cover.
like you say, the angle just completely cut off. If you want to go for an ambitious push out to Chief effectively, you can't do anything unless they get in his face, unless they push towards him. It's not going to happen that way. They're chaining the smokes together, taking a bit of space. If you can somehow prone up, maybe get lucky with what's inside, could be a response here, Jukes.
Let's see,
Or
Tom's
good.
trying to hit those jump nades. Chief gets knocked, and that's going to cut off that angle completely. Down goes Igor. Here we go. Team Flash versus Nigma Galaxy. Team Flash with 7. Nigma Galaxy trying to make some plays. Tox gets the lay down real quick, barely dodging those bullets.
I can't believe he survived that. To stand up, sit down, keeping them guessing with the move.
भाई निगमा आ गई, फ्लैश आ गई जोन में. अब निगमा को जाना है. अब इनकी बेटी है.
Barely survives the contact zone, coming in quick.
Oh, now they're forced to run out in the wide open. They got to make some shots. Got to have to make some plays. They hit the lay down, but down goes Lord. Tops running in the wide open, but where's Coops? When is he going to hit that shot? It's all up to him.
Coops down on the deck. Raouf moments away from death. Coops getting lit up.
टीम फ्लैश बोला था गाइस, टीम फ्लैश का चक्कर है. लेट्स गो गाइस. जो भी नया हो चैनल पे, लेट्स गो, लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब कर देना चैनल को. बाकी तो मामला ठीक ही चल रहा है यार. 4 मैच में ओजी ने कितने पॉइंट निकाले? 23 ना.
That's what PUBG Mobile World Cup's all about.
Let's get it going. Hey, a great game though from Nigma Galaxy. You got to give it up to these guys, putting up some.
स्नैक्स तो आज मेरे को लग रहा है 3-4 मिलियन कर लेगा.
Our leaders ended up going down pretty early here, so we're going to definitely see some movement on these leaderboards.
2.4 मिलियन है भाई. सही बात है. वॉच पार्टी में अगर किसी भी इंटरनेशनल इवेंट में सबसे ज़्यादा पैसा कोई कमाते हैं तो वो है स्नैक्स. वॉच पार्टी से इतना कमा लेता है जितना उसको पूरे साल में ब्रांडीज नहीं मिलती होंगी.
And this is the place to be, guys. Honestly, if you're a PUBG Mobile player and you want to feel what it's like to be at the pinnacle of esports, here at EWC is the place to be. I am not even kidding in the slightest. Everybody here is so excited. And now you can see it, feel that tension though as it rises little by little. Just a quick reminder, it is going to be Group A tomorrow, right? So we still got 8 matches left to go for this group. Yes, it is. And we can see we got James down in the field. Looks like we might get a little interview here soon. That'd be nice to see on the side of KRX. But all these guys, man, just having to prep because, yeah, things have been pretty hot so far. But they're going to heat up even more as we're going to be heading into Miramar now.
Yeah, we're going to be changing that scenery, giving you more intense action. Those final 2 games of the day should be absolute bangers. But I'm glad we're here for it, Jukes. Already, it's been an exciting event. And you can only imagine it's going to get better from here.
That is a fact here. So now we're going to see how these teams are going to be able to adapt, and they're going to have to adapt pretty quickly, but I think it's time. We do hear from James and KRX.
Thank you very much. Yes, Kalaris here, as I am with Hoxie from KRX, and of course I've got Mannix as well here to do the translations. So my first question is for Hoxie. You guys at the beginning of the year had a very heavy roster shakeup in Korea. How do you think KRX came out of that, considering Angshan Red Force looks very strong at the moment as well? So what do you think?
일단 헉시 선수 첫 번째 질문으로는 사실 올해 초에 로스터 변경이 좀 크게 있었잖아요. 그래서 그런 로스터 변화를 통해서 좀 어떤 점이 좀 개선이 됐는지, 특히나 농심 레드포스 같은 또 강력한 팀들이 한국에 있다 보니까 좀 어떤 식으로 좀 개선이 됐는지 좀 여쭤보고 싶네요.
일단 저희가 뭘 해야 되고 게임 내에서 어떤 게 중요한지를 잘 파악한 것 같고, 로스터 변화에는 오히려 제가 생각하기로는 좀 더 좋다고 생각해서 로스터 변화에는 문제가 없는 것 같고, 저희가 이번에 뭘 해야 될지를 잘 정한 것 같습니다. 이번에.
Yeah, coming this year, The roster change actually went in our favor. I think we had a really good teammates. But that being said, I think we mostly focused on what we should do in game, what we should focus in the team play. So I think all the way we could make a cohesive team play overall. So I think that went pretty well so far.
Okay, fantastic. And talk to me about today's performance so far. You got second place to Aurora in that Erangel game as well. A good compound to be able to play that from. Talk to me about the team's perspective and if you guys thought you were going to be able to win out that game against Aurora at the end.
이제 또 마지막에 치킨을 좀 아쉽게 놓친 판이 있었는데 그 오로라 상대로 사실 좀 더 잘했을 수 있을지 사실 그 집을 먼저 먹으면서 사실 좀 더 잘 출발했었는데 좀 아쉽게 치킨을 좀 놓쳐서 그 부분에 대해서는 좀 어떻게 생각하시는지 궁금합니다.
그 판에 대해서는 제가 마지막에 투척이 우리가 없는 걸 알았는데 투척이 없을 때 좀 더 좋은 능선을 잡고 과감하게 했어야 되는데 그러지 못한 게 패배 요인이었던 것 같습니다.
Yeah, so in the last moment, I think we made a mistake. Obviously, we didn't have any grenades stuff. So when we didn't have grenades, I think we should have been more aggressive with taking more on the high ground.
Yeah.
So I think in that way, I think we made a mistake by not doing so. So I think that was a takeaway from our that game as well.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Hoxie. Thank you very much, Maddox here, as we have KRX fighting.
Fighting.
Hoops is all I've been hearing backstage because the man from Nigma Galaxy is causing this team to fly up the leaderboard. You can thank Seven for that. He's been shouting it non-stop and for good reason. Hoops, talk us through game number 3. You guys do an incredible 2-2 split to push out Ulf Esports, obviously before that final fight against Goat Team. What was going on in the comms? What was the decision to make that 2-2 split and get aggressive?
In the beginning, it was to send me as a solo to hold him. But we knew that they were like the main threat to us in that game, so we decided to send 2 to push them and 2 to hold the other team. And yeah, the call was just to push them, kill them, and then focus on Go Team. But we lost the game, but it happens.
Did Go Team just get on top of you too quickly, or was it like you didn't have time to reset quick enough, or was it just one of those things where you just, like, guys just got pushed off cliff?
Yeah, we didn't have time to reset. Like we had 2 knocks, so it was hard to reset, and they took like they had a good game, good game, good team.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Now, game 4, you're in a huge open position. There's so much space, but also there's not much cover. You guys see 4 thrives over to your right. Incredible nades. You just absolutely bombarded them with nades, closed them out to give yourselves loads of space. How was that kind of opening that kind of space up to create such an incredible position for yourselves going into the final stages of that map? Talk us through kind of like how Raouf was kind of leading the charge, as it were.
Raouf, he told us to save our nades because later in the zone, they'll be all stuck in one spot. And so as soon as they went to that one spot, we all just threw nades on them, and we killed them like in 2 seconds, maybe, with the nades.
And that was it. Fair enough. Finally, before I let you go, buddy, you didn't have an opportunity to compete at PMGO this year. However, obviously, you've rejoined this team for this event, this LAN. How have you got yourself prepared, both mentally and obviously amongst the team, to come into the event like this and perform so well straight off the bat?
Of course, we had a tournament before this one in Macau, and we didn't do great. So that woke us up to do better for this World Cup, because obviously everyone wants to win the World Cup, and so do we.
Short and sweet, love it. Coops, thank you very much for joining me in this interview. Best of luck to the rest of your games today for Nigma Galaxy. But for now, we're gonna go somewhere, and we're gonna be back with more PUBG Mobile for you guys. See you later.
नक्शा आवाज आ रही है नक्शा आवाज आ रही है जरा एक बार स्ट्रीम पे चेक करिए स्ट्रीम क्या आ रही है अरे मैच शुरू करने बोलो यार
それが俺の任道だ雷鳴と共に散れしっかり見ててください俺は畑かかしって名前だ
Flash was able to perform so well, but
Hang on.
where are we going, Barney? Oh, it's coming back to us.
Oh, hi.
Okay, there you go.
पता नहीं यार स्ट्रीम का मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा है
Now we're back where we
Went
belong.
somewhere.
We ended up going somewhere, and it's none other than here at the studio with Lace, Maxman, Neptura, and the 7WG. Team Flash was it? Performed so well as that last game, but honestly, KRX has been performing really good so far today.
I mean, all of SEA, SA, all those regions doing really good right now. But yeah, KRX were looking absolutely fantastic today, and it's really good to see. This push is absolutely incredible, but then the nades, 1 grenade, 2 grenades, 3 grenades coming out, boom, squad wipe, one of the quickest fights I have ever seen in this esports. What a play from KRX, so damn impressive.
That's very nice. Very nice nades.
I'm happy you enjoyed that segment.
We love very nice nades.
It's great.
I'm okay.
Great names there from KRX.
Yeah.
But Team Flash, I'm going to have to send it back to you, Max, because with this squad, I mean, we finally saw what I feel like you've been wanting to see out of Team Flash. That they can frag out, and not only that, they can also win games, because it has been a bit of a hit and miss as well at the start of the day. They ended up securing a top 5, but besides that, they were really not performing that well.
I have one thing to say about Team Flash, right? Wow, no, okay, moving on a more serious note. No, they get 20 points here, and as you said, right, a little bit of a slower start, especially that first triangle off today. I feel like a lot of indecision being made. But the way they control the eastern side of that field, which I was a bit skeptic, if their circle doesn't favor them, how are they going to make use of that? You know what? I was actually slightly wrong of that play because they put Win on top of that shed in particular, Niptura. And one very crucial point of this game for Team Flash, he was not spraying Niptura. He was one-tapping to make sure he saves as much ammo as possible for that final push onto Enigma Galaxy to get the win. The small, minute details are what makes these winning moments possible for teams such as Flash.
No, it's so good. It's a great point you bring up. This team loves to do these massive splits across one side of zone exactly for this reason. You know, if a zone is going to go their way or go in a direction that favors them, they will always be in zone no matter where it goes. So it's a really good setup play from them in the mid game, and then they're able to just play off of that. That Shack play was really good for them, and they're just able to use, you know, this.
ओ ये लूप बन गया बे वही शेयर है
Flash was able to perform so well, but hang on, where are we going, Barney? Oh, it's coming back to us.
Oh, hi.
Okay, there you go.
पता नहीं यार स्ट्रीम का मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा है
Now we're back where we belong.
Somewhere.
We ended up going somewhere, and it's none other than here at the studio with Lace, Maxman, Neptura, and the 7WG. Team Flash was it? Performed so well as
Momentum pushing forward with these hay bales, just trying to get
experience the PUBG Mobile firsthand. Join the exciting activities, and not only that, it's including the Naruto and PUBG Mobile collaboration. Maybe you get a chance to win some awesome rewards: a T-shirt, a tote bag, and the Spider-Man activity set collectible plush toys as well. Watch the matches live, cheer in the fan zone, and you might get a chance to win some awesome stuff. Special weekend appearances. There'll be some mystery guests, so keep an eye out on all that awesome stuff with the fan zone. You were trying to say something about 4 thrives there, Max? I saw you getting no?
It was really just a meme of like, I want to put the William Dafoe gif of like he's going, oh,
yeah,
oh, with all the grenades going. That was all I had to add. Great analysis from your boy.
Wait, before we go to overall, come back to us real quick. Thank you so much, because right now I want to do something before we see the overall. Furia, before this match, they were in the bottom 3. And I want to start a segment called Maxman Likes to Curse a Team.
Help me.
Because he was able to pick, who was it, Silence?
So Silence is my MVP of the entire tournament.
Oh, no.
But they did good this game. He just threw the chicken at me. They did
Deserved.
good. So it's not
Deserved.
just yet. Okay? Don't
watch yourself.
like me on Instagram.
Let's do this. You can actually reverse it. Grab the chicken real quick. Say something bad about Furia.
Furia? Alpha 7's better.
Damn, okay, you really went deep cut on that one. Let's take a look at the overall so we can see the standings so far after 4 matches. That was actually
I don't believe it, but you said first thing that came to mind, there was nothing worse than that.
Right there, Max.
Nigma Galaxy, a huge surprise for everybody as they have been showing up today, putting up 40 points total, currently in first place and actually overtaking KRX, Neptura.
It's so nice to see from Nigma Galaxy. I was really hoping that we'd see something from them, and 40 points, I think, qualifies as something. One little point I do want to make very clear, though, is like, yes, Nigma was having all of these big splits onto the west side of zone, basically doing something very similar to Team Flash, right, Max?
Yeah.
You know, doing all of this. But one thing I want to make a point on is we did see them take out the vehicle of 4 Thrives. In response, or not in response, but on the opposite side of that, they were using the welding gun to actually repair their vehicles, and in a field finish, that's so instrumental to have that extra cover.
Yeah, if they had a hovercraft, it would have been really a good use of the welding gun. They did have the regular vehicles, but in the second page of the rankings, we need to highlight X-Force Rejects, Thundertalk Gaming, Al-Ula Club Esports, and you know what?
Wow.
I don't think I'm too disappointed in like the 2 other teams, but the most disappointing one for me in particular is Al-Ula. They kind of gave me a bit of hope. I was like, oh my god, Mina, let's go. Al-Ula doing so good in the spring season in some of those events. Even globally, we've seen some real sparks from this squad. Claw in particular, and Quick, which is 2 individual fragging powerhouses. And they kind of slowed down. And right now, 16th position, I feel like they are way better than the bottom 3. We can see a comeback from this team, hopefully, by the end of today on Miramar.
I'm actually a bit disappointed by X-Force Rejects. I expected a lot more. Now this is their 3rd global as well. I was talking with the players. They were saying they're having some communication issues. Hopefully that's going to end up changing. It's been 4 matches. One team that I know you're currently disappointed with, Neptura, is none other than Orangutan. And why is that?
What? Okay, how do I say this?
I
How do I
literally
say this? Not very nice. No, honestly, why? Why in a global are we taking a fight, getting a knock, and then going, hey, the guy that's already knocked and can't do anything, let's just focus on him, and then just leaving it all open for the rest of the team to go, actually, while you were focused on a knocked player, we're actually going to be able to come in, backstab you, get rid of you, you have 1 point. Congratulations, it's going to get you real far.
Yeah, by the way, she's talking about none other than OG versus Ulf in the last match.
That is true.
I mean, look, I'm happy with the aggression that they've shown. So from match number 1, whereas prioritizing placement, they took the risk. They took the drive-by risk to be able to capitalize on their eliminations. I wish that they would have done that against Flash on the northern side, and I think they would have won that contention and been able to take their way plus eliminations into the later game. But OG showing that aggression is exactly what I was hoping to see from them. So I was excited to see that. Are getting some points on the board and being able to like at least get something for them, because I know they've got the placement. They can do that, but it was really cool to see them be able to have that aggression as well.
Like one thing that is very different when you're playing in your home region and then going into a global event is like those slight timing mistakes or even like slight overcommits, etc. really are going to get punished so quickly and like heavily going into a global event such as Pmwc, and we're not even talking about PMGC at the end of this year. That's going to get crazy based on who qualifies. But yeah, I feel like just more confidence and just fixing those slight timing issues could really help them get so many more point averages across the board.
For OG, a lot of people don't have them currently in top 5, and it's showing why. But we do have them going to survival, and right now they're hitting those metrics, but hopefully they'll end up improving a lot more. But before we actually go into Game 5, let's send it over to our amazing Claris.
That's right, thank you very much, guys. Of course, we want to reminisce and go back to game number 3.
We do.
And talk about a theoretical notion. Could Nigma Galaxy have won that game? Talk to me, Black. What do you think?
Oh, it's a real philosophical notes going on right now. Yeah, I feel like there was a moment where if they didn't push Ulf, potentially there was a big win there. We got to hear from Coops actually in terms of his knowledge about it, how they wanted to go down. He said it all just fell a little bit apart. I mean, as soon as that smoke train came through, there was a big issue, right, for when GOAT started to push. But I feel like Enigma Galaxy could have absolutely won that game. But so far, they've come very close twice now in second place, which is huge.
In the last game as well, I just briefly kind of had a small chat with Ralph there, and he was saying that he thought on the left side it was only a solo. So actually getting that little bit of an insight as to how they kind of looked at that field position and that field play is quite insightful. But 2 second place, nothing to sniff at. I think that they're kind of on the track here to do very well in this group.
They are, sorry. I mean, the bounce back from essentially what is an unheard of position in Rondo, where you go out as a full 4-man in the first 2 minutes of the game, to now being up there on the top 5. It's a fantastic result. They've been gambling, they've been taking risks, and now is the time to be greedy, to take those risks, Kalaris.
You were casting. Do you think that Coops being here now properly with the roster, he's been kind of a bit of a game changer? Obviously, it's always nice to see Coops here alongside the roster. Yeah. He did miss out on 1 or 2 of the internationals.
He always knocks it out of the park. He's a good lad. He's a good lad. I think Coops is a genuinely a very, very good player. I think he brings the team together. I think Lord bounces off him very well. Satan and Ralph play very well as a 2-man, but you do sort of need a player for Lord to bounce off of as well. And I think Coops is that guy. In the past, he used to be the lad as well. For Enigma Galaxy, they were always received as quite a passive team.
2000 हिंदी वाली भी नहीं देख रहे हैं हिंदी में 600-500 लोग देख रहे हैं भाई सारी वॉचिंग पता है बटी
applies a bit that more aggression that they need to follow up on, which has got them to these really,
7.4
high heights today.
All right, well, thank you very much, Blank. I need you to do the bat again as we knock that ball straight on over to the commentator team.
Oh, and it's a home run from Blank. A beautiful connection there with a microphone back, caught perfectly by Jukes. As we set ourselves back up for another spectacular game of PUBG Mobile. Back in the building, the lights are changing. You know what that means, Jukes? It's PUBG time.
That is right, and not just any kind. It's Miramar, baby. Let's get it going. We are headed to the desert. 2 more matches left to go, and at the end of this one, we are halfway done with the group of death, Group A. And just a reminder for anybody that could be just tuning out on why you weren't here on time, because this has been a wild show so far. But remember, it's top 5. Top 5 move straight to the finals. Bottom 3 are done. Their teams will be crushed tomorrow, and the rest of those teams are going to have to make it happen in the survival stage. But it ain't over yet. Let's get into match number 5.
Oh yeah, baby. Another play path on the go. We start to change the scenery, like you said. Moving into Miramar. Hopefully should be another exciting game as well. We've seen an exchange of blows from various different squads today. It's been quite hard to predict if it will be a consistent run from a lot of our teams, but known quantities building up their points, and the top 3 right now looking a little bit more defined. It's good to see some of the big squads getting the flex going.
Yeah, now we got Enigma Galaxy pushing their way all up the way to first place, so they are sitting pretty here as we take a look at the most eliminations. Bach still owns that top spot, 13 eliminations. He's busted out a baker's dozen here. But Coops not far behind him there with 10. And now you look as far as when it comes to that damage. Top, he's going to be on top there with 2,300 with Coops right behind him.
Good to see, man. You got to give that shout out to Balak as well, right? Instantly came in like an inferno, but I think he just hit his stride immediately from game 1 where the shots were on point. It's the way he's going into these fights as well, just handling himself with this almost arrogant like confidence where it doesn't matter what's around him, he just hits his shots, plays his game, doesn't seem to buckle under the pressure that you know is there. It's a big stage. A lot of excitement. Paris has been getting loud as well. And we've got our zone for this one. That's water, buddy. That's H2O for you.
That is way too much water. We got a crazy shift on the Let's see who's going to be able to make them moves. Can you imagine if we get to the island finish here?
Oh, don't even.
In Paris? Oh,
don't even.
I should have even said it. I shouldn't have even said it.
Let's drop the Eiffel Tower in there. That's all we need. Let's get it on brand, Jukes.
They joined that Uzumaki event at Naruto. Get those skins quick and fast and in a hurry.
Don't get much hotter than that. Maxman's been ranting and raving about them all day. I've not heard him say anything else other than Naruto. So fair play, Max. We know you love it. You're rightfully so in that opinion. But hey, but obviously pretty aggressive on the hot drop, right? GK versus GOAT. Didn't really work out too well for Goat, did it? Moxie barely limped away, tail tucked between his legs, resulted in him falling relatively middle of the game, but gets nothing from it, just the solo. So goodbye to any points being earned on that one. Learn from your mistakes, dropping further up, they're going to keep themselves safe. Nose is clean, at least for the opening drops.
Yeah, very safe here. I like to see that here, because right now it's honestly crunch time, especially for, honestly, these teams at the bottom, right? We've been talking about the squads up top, but I mean, what is going on with a team like Thundertalk? Thundertalk Gaming, 15th place, only 12 points on the board. X-Force Rejects right next to him. Alula in really big trouble with only 10. Honestly, if they really want to extend their tournament life here, now's the time, right? Get a good Miramar game here and now, and that could be just enough to at least extend that tournament just a little bit longer.
Needs to give yourself some sort of confidence as well. Like you say, right, getting towards the end of day one here, it starts to sink in, the reality of the situation. If you're down those bottom two spots, by the time you get back to the hotel, bud, it's the fear that creeps in. You never want to leave your fate in the hands of another team.
Definitely do not. Huge prize pool here for the group stage by itself. Over $1 million on the line just for this stage. Survival stage is going to have 152,000, but as we get to the finals, that's 1.7 million. That's some serious cheddar, and that's what everybody's going to be hunting down right here. Aurora going to be one of those squads for sure. They're sitting pretty in third place. This could be a good game for these top squads, though, to make that gap, right? Just in case tomorrow doesn't go their way fully, at least it'll lock them in position to hopefully make it straight into those finals.
That's where you want to be, the best of the competition. The tournament here only going to get more and more enticing. It's like you say, life-changing money in reality that's on the line there, but it's not only the cheddar, you got the bread on either side. That's a sandwich prize pool.
Oof. And we are in Paris. They got phenomenal bread here.
Hey, but get that up right now, boy.
Let's go. Let's go. Turn up. As we're going to get Ulf on the move here. They're getting into the zone very, very quickly, so they're already in the circle. We're starting to see a lot of teams head on over to Los Leones. We got quite a few teams still far out from the zone. One of them I'm going to be looking at is those teams in my hot seat right now. Aula, you're going to be one of them. They're all the way up in La Corre. Ooh, in position. Squads for sure. They're sitting pretty in third place. This could be a good game for these top squads, though, to make that gap, right? Just in case tomorrow doesn't go their way fully, at least it'll lock them in position to hopefully make it straight into those finals.
That's where you want to be, the best. And of course, the one man in Falak that's been really flying the organization's banner high.
He's making it happen here, man. Hey, big shout outs to Four Thrives. I mean, they end up winning PMGO season 1. Something that honestly a lot of people didn't predict. Their fans went wild, brought home a global trophy on the side of Pakistan, but now we're going to see X-Force Rejects getting into a battle with Geeke, and this is a loss they just can't afford.
Well, our opening elim of the game then go in the way of Ragnarok as he slams down early and gets that first pick hammered through. It's a reject. Probably feeling a bit rejected on that one, but got to give up any space they got. Fragment out.
It's tough, especially considering that they were already in the circle, so losing a player that early is not good. Unfortunate on the side of X-Force Rejects, everything going wrong. But considering that they were already in the circle, so losing a player that early is not good. Unfortunate. Make that great rotation and find their little place in this zone. But where do you think this next zone is going to go, Jackie? Huh? You think we're going to be heading to that water after all?
I wouldn't mind.
Let's do it.
You know what? Play devil's advocate, bro. Let's do it. Let's make this as awkward as humanly possible, Jukes.
Let's go. I want to see some swimming action here.
We've already had a bit of treading water today. We'll see if it happens once again. On your point as well, though, man, it's uncomfortable. A squad like Reject, right? We're talking about squads at the bottom of our overall standing right now. They're down there. They're literally trying to keep their heads above water in a sea of points that are being accumulated by the other squads above them. And losing one player, sure, as much as sometimes you can manage the situation early doors like this when you've had a rough run today, that's the difference of you just bottoming out again, having that extra layer, the upset. The sadness mounting on you, Dukes. It gets a bit uncomfortable, bro.
That's for sure. And it's pretty crazy because, yeah, the level of competition here is ridiculous. I'm telling you guys, right before we came up here to start casting these matches, I walked by a lot of these players and I saw their coaches, and pretty heavy conversations. Let's put it that way. You know, I didn't see very much of like, oh, you know, good job, it's okay. No, it was pretty much just like, what are you doing, right? How are we gonna? We cannot afford these mistakes. So the pressure is definitely on here. But we're seeing some great adjustments from some squads, right? Enigma Galaxy lost that game 3 by just so dang close, but end up having a good bounce back couple of matches, and now they're on top of the leaderboards. But you can't let off the gas pedal just yet. Let's see where the next zone's gonna go, baby. We're gonna win the water. No, it goes right back to the mainland. It's gonna be a La Bendita finish. So all these teams on the south side, that's gonna be 4 drives. Gonna have to start making their way on up.
Ignore the coast, get back to the mainland. Set your focus on what's yet to come. And like you touched on there, bro, so many small margins that have defined some of our games today. Ammunition economy being a big one there. Big change up from them, though. We heard from the man himself about the setup with the call with the late nades. It was like 12 nades back to back.
मेरे predictions समझो. मैंने कहा था बिना जनरल तो बंदीता ही तरफ फटेगा भाई.
Ignore the coast, get back to the mainland, and set your focus on what's yet to come. And like you touched on there, bro, so many. Ignore the coast, get back to the mainland, and set your focus on what's yet to come.
And, you know, speaking of, like, resources, that's the one thing that you really got to make sure.
Literally वहाँ पे पड़ जाएंगे, कोई मतलब नहीं वहाँ पे.
You're on point out when it comes to Miramar. This is the resource management map. You want to make sure you got plenty of that 5.5, plenty of health kits here, and a nice, fresh vehicle, because that is going to be the way to win this one. And this is a very typical game now. It's still stage number 2, only 1 player down so far. So this end zone is gonna get hectic.
Everyone lining up to climb over each other. Oh, we say it's quiet, but finally there's a bit of noise. Flash once again playing their card. That's attack on the Reapers. Instantly get him dropped down on his legs there. Win looking for more, over top angle, good spam, slight tag, but not enough to convert it into a frag on the getaway.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to push this at all. Yeah, you just got to let Aurora find their way in. Nice little pick off there. Aurora going to have to do something with 3 players up now. Taken out. And that zone, now we're starting to see teams really start flexing and take up as much real estate as they possibly can. But one of the teams that hasn't found a spot just yet is going to be Aurora Gaming. You saw that sign on that building. Beautiful day. Starting to feel a little bit less beautiful, though, as this blue zone's starting to creep on it.
Yeah, normally blue skies are a nice sight, mate. Not here.
Yeah, not that one.
No.
No.
That's going to be painful. Nip away at your heels and leave it feeling a bit uncomfortable, like some of the squads that have had a bit of a rough day today. But we'll focus on the better signs of life and see if anyone can build off of this.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see what. I have a feeling Fudia are going to do something here. I mean, they're on that western side of the map, right there underneath that La Bendita sign. And the zone ends up going in their direction, so another good sign for them. Let's see how they're going to approach this next circle. As we still got a lot of squads. Aurora being one of them, AGAL, even 4 Thrives are going to have to creep their way into this next zone. Going to have to do it pretty carefully. When you get a northern shift like this, that northern side is usually wide open, so I'm expecting to see some teams kind of hug that circle and trying to find their way up to the top.
Bit of info spotted here as well. Coop's getting the read. That's Flash just up on the higher ridge there. Lord repositioning in the buggy, needs to get into cover, not quick enough. Coop's got a bail, should be a free flush on Lord. Aurora on the road as well. This could get pretty spicy.
Flash, being true to their name, they're not wasting no time. They're moving quick here. And now Win is knocked Bo's going to be able to try to find an angle to get him rezzed.
खत्म हुआ, top knock पड़ा है,
Look at that top
top
and
भी
Docker
knock.
now down. As Gaming Stars are putting in that work.
खत्म.
Both these teams just kind of driving around, trying to find safety anywhere they can get it.
Very far back as well, that Scarface from Ulf getting the line up with the bolt action. Hits that, snipes one down, and Aurora absolutely wiped off the battleground. Popped up like a spilled drink, but that was quick.
That was way too quick. Got to pick that up here as Balak now with the shotgun. Trying to get the knock here. Tops is in big trouble. He's down to 1 HP, but Ball's able to get that support. IQ though gets his revenge as well, and the instant thirst. Balak is in a safe position for now. T24 going to throw out those smokes and try to pick up their main fragger quick, fast, and in a hurry.
It's good to see from IQ. Big brains, but bigger brawn being played with on that one with the quick shots back over to buy time for them to reset off the engagement. Similar scenario for Win here on Flash. See if they can get him recovered and live to fight on from it. All kicked off with an awkward engagement, really, right?
Yeah, just like that. I mean, that's what I'm telling you. It's just like any little slight mistake, it's going to get punished. And now Aurora's gone. Team Flash. Actually, nope, that is it. Gone in a Flash. And that's two of our top squads. That's it. Second, fourth place are out. Huge opportunity, especially for a team like Fourth Rise to put themselves back at the top of the leaderboards and see if they can do it, though. As X-Force Rejects, that's a team that definitely needs some points. Shiva's got that mini, and hopefully try to use it to steal away some eliminations.
Second one,
as we head into our next circle, it's going to go on up to the north.
Shifting on through, Goat team potentially going to be showing us something to work with as well as this action's been building. And that mini 14 might make a play a little bit later as well, bro. Make that look like a major for the lineup and start to snipe down onto him. Had a read from the angle, but doesn't play his cards. And you can see everyone starting to usher their way forward as well. OG trying to catch whiff of the drive-by reverb from Reject on the move. They're already set up with some safety to play with, so just scanning the periphery right now.
Take your time, take your time. Try to catch some of these players out. Devil's wide out in the open here. That vehicle is smoking. It's on fire now. One more shot's gonna do it. Devil surviving. Barely there as that vehicle just exploded. But he should be able to run and get to safety inside that shack with his teammate. Good old reverb.
Suppose it makes sense, man. Devil playing with fire there. Able to withstand the heat. Get himself tucked back in with his teammate. Count his blessings on that one.
Yeah, barely able to make it out there. Extend that game just a little bit longer here. Moving on over, we're going to see Enigma Galaxy here. All right, there we go. They're going to be holding this ridge line for now. GK trying to catch HEAL on the top of this hillside. Nice nades, applying some more shots there. Ooh, nice turn from Easy, but not able to get the flush. Shots ringing out back and forth. Players from all over the place getting knocked here. Ragnarok going to have to make a play here on Flower Age, though.
It's got to be huge from him. Looked like Bad Boy had the read with the quick flick, but wasn't fast enough to make him sit down. Ragnarok, two squads to deal with. Knows his teammates' days are numbered. Got to cut his losses on saving them, but look to at least build and survive himself. Tucked further back, limited cover to play with. Flower H flushing out back onto Bad Boy as well. The DRX opt to just cut their losses. They're not going to overcommit to it. They had a look in, but they play for a better setup rather than forcing the issue. Ragnarok might be able to get one save in here. At least a duo Jukes.
Man, he definitely took his time here. I would have liked to see him kind of just make that push and just try to make a play, but instead he waited, sacrificed one of his teammates, gets the res, and now they're on the move. But for how long, right? This next zone. Oh, that's how long. That was pretty quick.
Yeah, it was like a few seconds at most.
I think I couldn't even count. It was done. Oh, Safety though, and he's gone. That happened again.
It's unlucky. It's unlucky.
It is what it is.
Away he goes as GK crumble on that one. Look to reply. Fair play, man. You know, he had a mindset to it. Cut your losses, run off as a solo. Conversion rate probably not great, right? So he at least attempts to reset. Like you say, blink and you miss it, though. Forget about it.
Oh. Out of there. Hey, 4 Thrives are up, though. They're still in the mix here. Got themselves a nice little valley. They're big chilling right now, just playing it nice and quiet. That's what it's all about. You know, when you get a position like this, the best of the best, this is how they do it. You got to have that aggression and passiveness, like a light switch, right? The second you know when it's time to get going, boom, the whole 4 on the move immediately. And let's see if they're going to do that now as this next zone is about to pop. Where are we going? We're going dead center. We're going down south. Hey, dead center right here. So yeah, 4 Thrives are going to have a great strategy here. You know what that is? Do nothing, dude. Just stay right there.
Just sitting pretty.
Yep.
They've been making it look good. It's been pretty beautiful the way it's gone so far. TT in the background as well, not looking great there. Unideal rotation, mate. Yeah, it's been a bit uncomfortable, really, Jukes.
Super unfortunate. Yeah, they're down a player, but they're in 15th place, 13 points. That ain't going to cut it. And honestly, like, yeah, a lot of teams at a certain point, they're just like, hey, let's just make it to the survival stage. But that just pushes your tournament life only 2 more days. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that survival stage is going to be rough. So with so many games left, hey, start making something happen. Try to sneak one of those top 5 positions, because that's going to guarantee you to the big show.
You've got to build up halfway there. Like the tagline says, nothing is granted for Falak, though. That's an instant connection over. Moxie revealing his card as well from Goat Team there. Finally, a little bit of excitement from Goat. Been a very quiet game from them. They might be tested as the compound crash comes in swiftly. Thunder Talk's getting silent, hitting him with a shush as Foopsman delivers again. Swift moves with a rifle up close. Switches to the secondary and makes it look simple. Looking for the pickup play as well, Jukes, as Thunder Talk are out again.
Yeah, kind of a crazy push there, just getting punished instantly. But Goat said, hey, we'll take those all day long. We need all the eliminations that we can get. Now we're going to see Force just trying to apply a little bit of pressure there onto AGAL. RRQ near the Broken Flame are now outside of this circle. Yeah, they're getting picked off little by Furia.
Gaming
Star with the overlook in the rear as well. So many free bits of information being provided between these teams that are scrapping right now. They're looking for the lineup with the nades down onto Raouf. It's good sideline angle. Stereo chucks from those nades. Angle exposed. Good connection. That's Ralph knocked.
Here we go. Things starting to heat up here as you got Coops now on the move. Looking to get in the action. But Beauty, they need all these eliminations. Silence, he's got that DBS. He's waiting for that push-up. Trying to avoid some of these nades, so he might catch this player off guard. He does. Nice little pre-shot, but gets turned on. And RRQ now getting shot on the other side of Nigma Galaxy. Nigma Galaxy said, catch this player off guard. He does. Nice little pre-shot, but gets turned on. And RRQ now getting shot on the other side of Nigma Galaxy. Nigma Galaxy said, we'll take these points all day long. As now, they're going to be on the third party here. Ayala trying to slow him down. Oh, the run over, not going to happen. As Ayala switching to the mini, getting it done. Now it's up to Satan here, throwing out the mollies. They don't connect. Oh.
With some of our top squads, but one by one, they've been removed from the equation. Furia getting lit up as well with the push from Alula as they take space off them, Jukes.
There we go. Alula need to start making something happen here, and they do, but it is going to be Gaming Star stealing away some of those eliminations. Alula really needed every single one of them. They only get one so far, and they are all the way at the bottom of the leaderboard. So Alula, you cannot hesitate. We talk about that light switch, right? Flip that aggression on. You got to do it just a little bit faster.
Now, as much as it's been quiet from their POV with Ulf, you've seen them starting to show up in the Elim feed with those shots from distance. They've been pretty good with some of the connections they've had off the DMRs to steal away points in amongst the commotion from other squads. We get their full POV there as they start to advance and get a bit of a read on things. KRX, they've been playing more of a quiet, passive rotate. They've had a lot of opportunities where they could have fought Jukes, but they've been thinking about the end game.
Yeah, and they're thinking about those leaderboards right now, right? You got Nigma Galaxy out, you got Team Flash out. Putting some points on the board here is critical, especially when you got 4 Thrives still in the mix here with all 4 up. But yeah, look at that. 4 Thrives, Falak getting a knock onto Aaron with that nade. Definitely want to go take a look at that one there. As the zone is starting to close. Ooh, bounce nade just a little bit too short. So it looks like Wolf will be able to get that reset. So very fortunate for them. But Four Thrives now know exactly where they're at.
OG को भी जाना ही है भाई.
Keeping them
OG
guessing
right
at
में
least
जा
with the
सकती है.
moves.
गोट बैठी हुई है.
Decent amount of awkward cover to play with, so it's hard to get those clean connections off. If the fight breaks out from the squads in front with OG and Four Thrives, you could attempt to move up on it. Limited utility, though, it seems, between the players right now. One nade in the hands for Scarface. Smoke going to go up so they can close the gap somewhat. Rifles in play, shots on Scarface. Taking a decent amount of damage off it. And he get that one on target. It's Acoff up top. Smooth shots over. Low on health here, Jukes. Meanwhile, T24 and Four Thrives as a roster actually shutting down gaming stars that were encroaching in. It's all starting to bubble up, Jukes.
Hey, Four Thrives say, hey, you know what, it's time to pop up and get in the mix here. They're getting into the action as Orangutan. You're going to need to hit these nades, and they do get one.
Nice.
Let's see what WizGod could do. Gonna have to make some shots outside these windows. Oh, never mind, jumps out the door. Oh, but just a little bit too late, gets turned around. And now Ulfer on the push. Trying to soak up as many eliminations as they can. Meanwhile, Four Thrives. Just looking like a lion in the jungle, ready to strike.
Clawing through the competition with ease. Once again, Falak comes out swinging. Heavy is the hand of Falak. As he starts to slap his way through the competition here. Rotate back over, set their attention on Orangutan and Ulf and see if they can third party onto this awkward encounter. Nades being primed. Top floor control there with a DBS watching the runner, but it's the nade they didn't expect. Blows them away from the back.
Four Thrives, sealing away those points. A cop, though, does get that knock on the block. That's going to buy them a little bit of time here. Huzaifa is right up and goes first with that nade. He gets Scarface looking for a little bit more. The blue zone starting to close in just a minute here. And Four Thrives are dominating this building. OG are completely stuck.
Trapped in position and panicking as Huzaifa goes absolutely ballistic on the cleanup. Shuts down Ulf, rips them away from any potential plays and looks to do more single-handedly. This is scary now, Jukes. Orangutan trapped still. Finally on the peek out, that's a knockback. Alula with the third party from the top.
Ah, that angle that was so dominant. Quick finally crests that hill and makes Four Thrives just slow a little bit. They still have two players up. 8 eliminations, though. That's going to put them into second place. Only a few.
Orangutan trap rips them away from any potential plays and looks to do more single-handedly. This is scary now, Jukes. Orangutan trapped still. Finally on the peek out. That's a knockback. Alula with the third party from the top.
Ah, that eliminations and win this game here and now.
Got to trust in the source, Jukes. They're bringing it. It's been good so far. But how long does it last? OG suffering heavy casualties as well. The shots are on point. Goodbye, good night. Acop the only one left in the rear. And that's the Foops man and Goat team starting to build on this one as well. You've got to be scared of the Goats, Jukes. They bite.
Making it happen. Force getting another shot on the leaderboards there. And that is Orangutan out and eliminated. We got 4 teams remaining here. Four Thrives, KRX, Goat, and Alula. Let's see what Four Thrives can do with their duo. IQ, man, that buggy is in big trouble. So right now, just hugging the circle, driving around, trying to get a little bit more intel, figure out what is going to be the plan here. Oh, running into that tree, definitely wasn't a part of it. Let's get away with it. Nades are starting to ring on out. He knows exactly where Goat is. Yeah, he's got to have to move to safety here because they're going to start shooting that buggy. Being careful.
This is vintage Goat with how they're playing it. The 2-2 setup early with Moxie and Force advancing, but they switch it up. Full for the rotate. Killer Joe takes the fight straight to T24 and punishes with Four Thrives falling to the might of the Goat once again. Side dialed in back over to where KRX are set up. 11 elims already, Jukes.
Ooh, they're looking good. You know, Goat wants this win. They want to put themselves in the top 5 right here and now. They might just do it here. Meanwhile, you got KRX. They were sitting, what, in 4th place a little earlier, so they're looking pretty. But not for long. They got no more vehicles. There's nothing but open field right in front of them. I would like to see them get a little aggressive here. You have the numbers, right? Start spreading your wings a little bit. Don't allow Goat to catch you on the back foot.
A brief moment, a respite falling across the battleground. Trusting Foops for the push-up. Trying to get a read on it. No easy angle for Alula to peek back over onto him as well. Fear of the backline tag. Force good for the lineup. Few bullets on target, Jukes, just damage.
Hey, you guys know all about Coops. What do you know about Foops, man? I'll tell you what. That's a man right there. Let's see what he can do. 477. Trying to catch some hit markers all the way from downtown. And this is what I'm talking about. Alula have been playing it very passively here. That's letting Goat spread their wings little here. Maybe press down as KRX, just stuck wide in the open. All eyes are on them. Super tough. Goat just punishing him.
Sorry guys,
Alula trying to steal the points from the downs that are coming over from Goat Team onto KRX and at least get something extra from this one.
Nice shot.
Decent shot. It's clean. Force with the push-up as well. Quick. I don't think he's going to be fast enough to win out on a duel like this. Good reset from Killer Joe as well. If Hooksy peaks, his days should be numbered. Dominant from Killer Joe as the elims are being racked up. And Goat looking to blow their way to another chicken dinner on this one.
It's looking good here. First Miramar looked like it might just go on over to Goat. Quick goes down. That's that front line eliminated. And now Killer Joe's going to have to make a play here. Claus goes down. It's all up to Rev. Killer Joe gets it done. And that is Goat Team with another chicken dinner. And this one was a big one.